1775, the British were losing the American Revolutionary War. They desperately needed recruits, so they promised freedom to any slaves willing to leave their masters and fight for the crown. Freedom and land.
But what did the promises actually mean? It meant that those who lost most in the area of origin, which means the United States or America, would get the most in the new lands in which they would settle. Now the blacks didn't have much, except for their persons.
Black loyalists were followed by Maroons from Jamaica, and then another wave of freed slaves from the U.S. known as the Black Refugees in the early 1800s. They settled on land in various parts of Nova Scotia, but they were not given legal title to it, so they could never call it their own.
He was given one of two things: a ticket of location. That's the area you go to. Or he was given, as the years went by, what was also called a license of occupation. You go there, this permits you to occupy that area. Nothing beyond that, no title. You could be displaced. The area, the land could be given to someone else. It was just a way of getting them off and away.
This created insecurity for people and prevented them from profiting from their land like other settlers. In the community of North Preston, just outside of Halifax, people took their concerns to the government. 175 years ago, Preston residents created this petition. It states in part, "To humbly pray upon your excellency, to allow grants to pass confirming our titles to the lands we occupy. At present, holding under tickets of location, we cannot sell to advantage. We are tied to the land without being able to live upon it, or even vote upon it without being at every election questioned, browbeaten, and sworn." But it was more than 100 years after that petition before the province of Nova Scotia made a move to fix the problem. In 1963, Premier Robert Stanfield acknowledged the residents' concerns and vowed to do something about it. That led to the creation of the Land Title Clarification Act. It laid out a process for residents in Black communities across Nova Scotia to gain title to their land. While some families went through the process and did get title, many remain without it even today. Critics say the process is flawed, and the government needs to put money and resources into clearing up land title issues once and for all.
So the future is a future that must redress the imbalances of the past, that must make an effort to fulfill the promises that were made and never kept. It is not late for the contemporary society to work.